Premium Bayerihu.
Amazon finally confirmed that it's moving ahead with a new Stargate TV series, and the announcement instantly sent the fandom into full excitement mode because it marks the official return of one of sci-fi's most recognizable franchises. The project is coming from Martin Gero, someone who started his career inside the Stargate universe, so it already feels like the new series is being handled by someone who understands the tone, the pacing, and the emotional style that made the franchise so strong in the first place. Even though the plot is being kept secret, Amazon MGM Studios made it clear that the series will stream on Prime Video and serve as a major revival. Gero talked about how meaningful this opportunity is to him because his earliest days in television came from working on Stargate Atlantis. He spent 5 years moving across different corners of the franchise, and he explained that the experience shaped how he writes and produces stories. So when he said the franchise was written into his DNA, it reflected how deeply it influenced his entire career. His message to longtime fans made the announcement even more personal as he thanked the people who supported the franchise through conventions, rewatches, and constant interest, while also promising something extraordinary for newcomers who will be stepping into the world for the first time. The production team behind the new show is stacked. Gero is writing, producing, and running the series, and he's joined by Joby Harold and Tori Tunnell from Safe House Pictures. Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich, who wrote and directed the original film, are also involved as executive producers, adding a layer of continuity between the franchise's beginning and where it's heading next. Brad Wright and Joe Malozzi, who have been central creative figures across multiple Stargate series, will serve as consulting producers to make sure the new chapter still feels connected to the established universe. Amazon MGM Studios expressed its confidence too. Nick Pepper, who heads the company's US SVOD TV division, talked about how Stargate has lasted for decades because it constantly explored humanity's identity in the universe. He described the franchise as iconic, so bringing it back was more than just reviving a well-known brand. It was about continuing a story that held real emotional value for generations of viewers. Amazon's goal is to honor everything that came before while opening the next gate into a more ambitious and emotionally resonant future. The seeds for this revival go back to 2022, when Amazon purchased MGM Studios and immediately started exploring the possibility of expanding the Stargate universe. The franchise originally launched in 1994 with the James Spader and Kurt Russell film, which grossed nearly $200 million and established the concept of a cosmic gateway leading to distant planets. Then, Stargate SG-1 arrived in 1997 and became the most famous branch of the franchise, running 10 seasons and earning multiple Emmy nominations. After that came Stargate Atlantis, which aired from 2004 to 2008, followed by several films and other spin-offs, including the 2018 web series Stargate Origins. Martin Gero's career outside Stargate adds even more experience to the revival. He created NBC's Blind Spot, ran the reboot of Quantum Leap, and produced shows like Kung Fu and Keep Breathing. So he's returning to this franchise not only with nostalgia, but also with years of experience managing fast-paced, character-driven shows that balance emotional arcs with high-concept sci-fi action. Prime Video emphasized that its goal is to rebuild major entertainment brands people already love. Alongside projects linked to Legally Blonde and Stephen King's Carrie, bringing back Stargate fits Amazon's larger strategy of using recognizable names to strengthen its global content catalog. Because Stargate already has a loyal fanbase and decades of mythology, a new series could easily push the franchise into a new era, especially if casting and storytelling land in the right place. The franchise's long history makes it clear why Amazon sees so much potential here. Stargate SG-1 created the template with its tight-knit exploration team visiting different planets through the gate. The show gave viewers a wide collection of compelling characters and built its identity around episodic science fiction adventures, much like Star Trek: The Next Generation. Stargate Atlantis expanded the universe by using the Lost City setting and similar exploration themes, and Stargate Universe shifted into a more modern, serialized tone, following a stranded crew billions of light years from Earth. One big reason Stargate built such a lasting fanbase comes from the characters. Even weaker episodes stayed memorable because the team dynamics were strong. SG-1 had O'Neill, Jackson, Carter, and Teal'c, who formed an iconic group with real chemistry. Their relationships evolved naturally, and the show treated its cast like a family that grew together as challenges escalated. Many characters reappeared in other Stargate series, creating a sense of connection across the universe, something Star Trek also used to great effect. Stargate also shares many actors with Star Trek, which created interesting crossover moments. Familiar faces from Voyager, Deep Space Nine, and Enterprise appeared at various points in the franchise, and several actors even played recurring or major roles throughout its run. These overlaps helped the fan communities of both franchises blend, especially because they shared similar tones, themes, and sci-fi ideas. The franchise also played with many classic science fiction tropes, ranging from alternate timelines to time loops to cosmic threats. Earth faced galaxy-level danger multiple times, and the storytelling often incorporated a mix of humor, drama, mythology, and emotional stakes. Although the teams were more militaristic than the crews in Star Trek, both universes explored big questions about humanity, discovery, and survival. Because so many fans appreciate those elements, Amazon's revival immediately made people wonder how the new series will approach this universe, especially since the production team understands the franchise inside and out. And while all this is happening in the sci-fi world, the MCU is also building momentum in a fascinating direction, especially regarding The Incredible Hulk 2, which is becoming more realistic now that Marvel is realigning its characters. This connects in an interesting way because long-running franchises succeed when they return to the core traits that made people love them in the first place. For Stargate, that core is exploration and character dynamics. For the Hulk, it's rage, power, and emotional conflict. And this is where the growing excitement around The Incredible Hulk 2 feels similar to the new Stargate series. Fans are ready for something that brings back what made the character unforgettable. Because even though Smart Hulk has been a big part of the MCU for years, the audience still wants to see Mark Ruffalo return to that massive, uncontrollable, emotional version of the Hulk that defined the character early on. The MCU planted seeds with Scar, hinted at gamma-powered conflicts, and reintroduced characters from the 2008 film, which makes the possibility of Hulk's next chapter feel more realistic than ever. A second Hulk movie could finally give Ruffalo space to dive back into that destructive, emotional form, because Smart Hulk's calm nature is no longer enough to drive a full story. A sequel could show Banner losing control again, possibly due to rising gamma threats or emotional pressure. It could re-explore the duality between intelligence and anger, which was always at the core of the Hulk's character. It could even set up a World War Hulk-style storyline where that buried rage breaks loose. Because even though the MCU shifted into quieter character arcs, audiences still remember how powerful it was to see Hulk explode with raw force. A new movie could tap into that again and give Ruffalo a chance to show the evolution of both sides of the character, the scientist and the monster, while also unlocking the energy fans loved in earlier films. So while Stargate returns with a promise to honor its legacy and push forward, the MCU seems ready to do the same for the Hulk. Both franchises are entering new chapters, guided by creators who understand what made them iconic, and both have a chance to carry their legacies into the future with fresh purpose. And if Marvel truly leans into the emotional weight and explosive energy of Hulk's story, then The Incredible Hulk 2 could finally deliver the return of the angry Hulk that fans have been waiting to see again. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.